gonna be a big year for Jalen Wright, man.
So their offense out now to
I
get
think I
this
told you
game
this before.
started. It's 1st and 10.
I think I mentioned this.
Running right. Here's Wright. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Throwing with a blitz on the way. This throw finds Marvin Harrison Jr. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. Wright's running out of the gun. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
Yeah,
The big play, and that's him 17 yards. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Yeah.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger. But that back remains hungry.
I don't know if again, I
this
saw
through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Working quickly here. 2nd and 8. Has it down close. Touchdown, Minnesota. Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
I'm a dog walk them down lines when I see him. Dog walking them. Treating them like some damn kitten. Like some puppies, like I did the Huskies.
Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Uh-oh.
Give for the first time to Rachaad White. And he's brought down for a loss.
That real quick.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Escapes the pocket. This one falls incomplete. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
The QBs today so adept at doing just this, buying themselves enough time and finding a target. The problem on this one, just not the throw he needed to make the completion.
Jackson now on 3rd. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock.
I ain't playing Juju right now. Juju don't want to ask if I could just get the force one. He didn't respond yet, so I'm guessing,
Here's a give inside to Wright.
I'm guessing he's going to say yeah,
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Dose of the hurry-up offense here. Right again. And this one doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stuck at the line. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to the air here. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Offense in the hurry-up here. Play action on first down. Pass is caught at the 9. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No gain that time, and now it'll be second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on...
And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 13-0 lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings drive out to an early 14-0 lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Oh, you saw that.
Starts with a carry by White. And he won't salvage that. It's a
Yeah,
loss on the
man.
play.
We got 3 mobile quarterbacks and
It was
3
the rookie
leads,
from
man. It's
LSU
time for
that
us to
time on the
start
tackle.
opening the playbook up.
Everyone's prepped.
We
It's
usually
second
be
down
running
now.
it, bro. We just, you know.
Lamar now from the gun.
Wow.
He's got it deep
We had all
downfield.
day, dude.
And they'll get him down after he gets
We
into
had
the
all
48.
day.
That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first. From the gun, a run for White. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He beams one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Offense up to the line fast. Blitz coming here, Jackson. And he hauls it in for the Tampa touchdown.
Wow.
The Buccaneers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. David Njoku, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers chuck the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Well, that's on fire, then. We got
And
Lamar
just like
Jackson.
that, we're back to
This
a
the nigga what's
one-possession
the name
ball
played
game
the
as the
more.
kickoff is away.
He did. Yeah.
He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep.
We're
Big
pretty,
shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past
we're
the
pretty
20.
wrong for that.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
I think he just gave up on this league. We don't talk about it. It's one of the leagues he talked about. Like it don't exist.
They'll come out throwing. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just
Yeah,
couldn't
like it
hang
don't
on to the
exist.
contact. And now they face second down. Well, he found the route he wanted pretty quickly, Brock, but maybe, I don't know, he telegraphed who he wanted a little too much because That defender sure got there just as the ball arrived to force it loose.
Yeah, this is one of those tough moments as an analyst, right? Because you're right.
He brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're rolling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
Throwing on third and long.
Junior nasty, bro. Oh my God.
18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
You're a bad man.
So that connection for first. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down, and they go right back to him. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game.
Looking real giant-like.
Slot receiver headed left. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Working quickly here. Back now, pressure on its way. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so it'll be 2nd down. Pass play coming here. He's on the move.
Nigga.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
That is normally a gimme for this offense.
Our quarterback
Short
is
throws. But the defense,
the weak
they
spot
had
of
just enough influence on that play to force the
it goes
incompletion.
without saying, but okay, that's not what we're gonna do.
3rd and long for him here. Chased out to his right. Catches made down the right sideline. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. Hand off, running left, right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 13-point lead. Jalen Wright with the touchdown.
Hey man, it's a big year for Jalen Wright, man.
That one splits the
I
uprights.
done told you that.
And the Vikings double their
Could have
lead
been
to
last
14.
year, but this is gonna be his breakout year. I think they're like 1,600 yards at least, like 20-something touchdowns. We're gonna have 2 big weeks against the Lions in the regular season, combining for 300 plus.
And no return as this bounces
And
through
then
the
we're
end
gonna
zone
have,
for
like,
a touchback.
We might have a 200-yard game against the Lions in the playoffs.
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah, he don't like them niggas.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
Lamar about to give us one.
Here's 2nd and 11. Getting out to his left. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up third down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
To the air, third and long. That's caught for the first. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. That's Cole Bishop. And the Vikings are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Now a run with Wright. And they had that one contained right at the line. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. They run again with Wright. Open space inside the 40. And he has this all the way down to the 14-yard line. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10.
I thought he overextended on the
They'll
zone
take this
play.
only to about the 11 before going
So I
down.
knew if I wanted up in the middle.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up
Trying to
2nd
get out
and
of
7.
position.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Forced out to his right. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings parlay the interception into points.
I like step
Setting
out, but
up
I'll
to
take
try
it.
the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Vikings stretch their lead to 21.
Pretty bad. Pretty bad.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Try the right side with White. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here's 2nd and 7. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Boy.
30 yards on that one.
You got lucky.
And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Throwing now on 1st down, it's Jackson. Pass is caught, that's Darnell Mooney. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
If you run this on, I'm gonna kill him running back.
Pressure coming. It's Jackson. That one's incomplete. Couldn't connect.
Hey, Mr. Quarterback down there, that's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage was waiting for it. QB super fortunate that ball wasn't picked. And incompletion, still pretty good for the defense, too.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. And again, it's Jackson. Connecting on the slant. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that gives them first and goal. Jackson yet again.
General, right?
Will score. It's a Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers chop some of the lead off before the half. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown.
You know what we need.
It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defense.
Still like
did.
180 though, and
Makes
as
him
a
a
start
star.
there.
Even when people know his number's being called,
You know?
he still finds a way to deliver.
He's on track for like 200. Now that he's a superstar.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers get it back to a 14-point game.
Don't score one time before the half. Who got ball first? He did, right? Or I did.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Return starts at the 3. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35.
The mouse fit.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
You said they defend.
They run it from the gun with Wright.
Yeah, they don't
He's
pay
got to
him
gain a
enough.
6 there. Zach
They paying
Bond
them
with the
on.
tackle.
Probably even weed out the bad one.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first.
You get a little bit more
They'll
selective,
have
you
2
know
left
what
to
I'm
work
saying?
with before halftime.
You get the good ones
After a good
sometimes.
pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's a give for Wright. Escapes a defender. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Minnesota spends its 2nd timeout here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They motion a receiver left.
Who? You say?
They'll throw on 1st. Throwing all the way to the end zone here.
That was a hell of a
He's
throw,
gonna
by
score.
he's
Touchdown, Minnesota.
Best throw I've ever seen him make in
The
his career.
Vikings boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings stretch their lead to 21.
We don't miss JJ.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick.
No, we don't. We don't miss him.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
I mean, it was, you know, that was still a question the fans wanted, you know, needed answered. If the organization still was JJ.
1st and 10.
We gonna know when we playing the down lines, dog. We
Out of
gonna
the
know
gun.
for sure.
Here's Jackson. That's brought in by White. And they finally
What a
bring him
rest of
down,
the
but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
Yeah,
Only
you
one
seen
play
that?
in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield.
They're trying to tease me, yeah.
1st down. Here's Lamar. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Vikings take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
Like, what's the name in this time? Well, yeah, like Washington.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He's trying to push the field.
Ooh, Junior, off him.
Incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Yeah, off him.
Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And now it's 2nd down.
He was nervous. I know he was. Yeah, he's backing him up now.
He'll look to throw. Taken in by Harrison. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. That's Carlton Davis.
Not a lot of one-play swings bigger than that one right there. That throw looked destined for 6, and instead, it gets intercepted by the defense. The only way to get bigger is if he somehow returned it 100-plus yards for 6 the other way. But what a gigantic swing of emotion.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. The give now to White. And he's caught behind the line.
Hey, number 97, Cam Hayward.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Problem.
His pass caught by Nakua. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Got
The dose
down
of the hurry-up
problem.
offense here. Now Jackson on 3rd down. Completed to his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
The
Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
Allowed. What's the name? Wouldn't know.
They'll run for it with White.
They will not allow that shit.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge
Be down
gain
21.
and
You gotta, yeah, you gotta go for that, huh?
They go for it on 4th down and get it in a
But
big way.
his rules are just so
25
damn vague. You ain't been able to stop nothing on
Going to
offense.
the ground again on 1st.
On defense, right? Like, this about to be ugly, get ugly. Why the hell would I punt that out? This is the ball
You hand
game.
that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Lamar now from the gun.
Good bit of
Throw
shit.
came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Intended target there was David Njoku. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the
That's
contact.
how you do it.
Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And they won't do it. That fall's incomplete on 4th down.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
You must not have talent. If you ain't got no talent in secondary or whatever, then you know.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Yeah. A give to right. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Ridiculous.
Offense in the hurry up here. Here's Wright on the carry. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate,
where
watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Backed up now after the penalty. It's 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? They chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. On the move, headed right. Able to find Nakua here. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Lamar off the play fake. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Vikings will take over as he records his 1st interception of our season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
This is Wright running left. And he pushed deep into enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running right. Here's Wright. They get 13 on the pickup. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Right here, man. Right here.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Running it with Wright. And he'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. They'll try this extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings continue piling on to this lead.
You see it now. Ooh. You in training right
Vikings have
now?
it teed up, and play resumes with the
You in
kick.
training right now? See what?
And that one bounces through the end zone for a
I
touchback.
thought you were like practicing, seeing to try and keep Mitch alive, you know? Shit, coach, I know I gotta compete for the starting job. You know, I gotta beat out Tony. Gotta beat out Tony Pollard.
First and
What you
10 now from the 30.
mean?
Play action. Here's Jackson. A throw right side, caught by Njoku. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Roger McCreary brings him down that time. Now Jackson off the play action. Gets this one to Nakua. And he takes
Job
it
on the
just
ball,
inside the 40,
son.
down to the 39. This one goes for an even 25
early in the
yards.
season. You know,
And
you
that's
ain't
good
in
for a
mid-season
Buccaneer
time,
first
yeah.
down.
You make those plays in your sleep.
They motion the tight end over. On first and 10, it's Jackson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
I wish it was. Damn, I wish it was. I'm teasing all
So after the
weekend.
incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Nah, Lazy was good.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him
Lazy
inside.
was good.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Yeah.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
That shit blew him up. Blew the guard up.
It's a dime look by the Vikings. Third down coming. Didn't get that one off in time. This is going to be a delay of game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Penalty not helping their cause for this third down. Jackson looking to throw. And no luck there, and that throw falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Jackson throwing here. Got a man. It's Njoku. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. And they make the tackle. Not sure that was an advisable gamble in this spot, Brock.
Told this bitch out. Someone going in there.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. First and 10. Here's a give inside to right. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
It's 6 yards right there on the right. Impressive.
Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Right again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Now right. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Buccaneers territory. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. This is right. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Right, running out of the gun. He got him very close. 4 yards there, but it's 4th and goal at the 2.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this one's going to approach the 10, but looks like it's down right at the 13-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. It's into the hands of Mooney. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st down, Jackson. Cut for big yards on the right side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Back to throw, here's Jackson. Brought in right side. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Lamar throwing again. That's complete. Naku on the left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And now they have a 1st and goal.
Who?
Working inside the red zone. Kesha's made in close.
Is that who?
And he's brought down real close to that.
Yeah, I'm about to
goal
hit
line
playing
at
right
the
now.
one. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Tampa.
Yeah, okay, see,
Buccaneers
finally
just
stop playing
wanna
with them
get out of
boys.
here with how this one is gone.
Now it's on the 2:30.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's second and
It was a
goal.
game till it wasn't.
Pistol
I don't know
snap to
about that.
Jackson. And he makes the play at full extension. That's a touchdown.
They still got to see the Minnesota
The
Timberwolves.
Buccaneers making the scoreboard look a touch better. David Njoku, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect
Man, this
him
is
to
a
be
tough
making plays
game,
like this when
tough
he's
series
targeted down
versus
in
the
the end zone.
damn
I
Nuggets.
think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
No, I was supposed to lay down.
Looking to tack on the
Coach.
point after. The point after splits the upright. And the Buccaneers cut the lead by a quarter. Down now to 21. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33.
Gotta give Jalen 200 yards, man. OJ Wright.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Hand off, running left, right.
Good boy.
And he's tackled.
Oh,
for a short
that a little
gain.
bit longer.
Trying to set this up quick.
He gone.
Now a run with right. And
We
he's
are
brought
gone.
down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. They run again with right. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Frank gets it, headed right. He's out in the clear. He picks up 28 on the play. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, the best of them take advantage of it.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Running behind center with right. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Now, they don't need points anymore, Brock, but can they resist piling on? Let's see. It's 1st and goal. Here's a give for right. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
If I'm not mistaken.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Right. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Vikings keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings grow their lead yet again.
Yeah. Yeah. AP 296.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick.
They some hoes. Yeah, they could have given them 4 yards.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30.
I think it was 4 yards away from 300 yards and like 8 yards away from ED's record. Wild. That's the greatest running back I've ever seen. I ain't gonna lie to you.
This undoubtedly the final snap of what's already a
He
decided
might be
contest.
the best ever. Like,
one final shot here.
he could do it all, bro. He can.
Bit of desperation on this deep shot. It is caught at the 20. And he does quite a
He can
bit
do
of
it all,
damage
bro.
before they finally
He's
take
fast,
him
he's
down.
quick, could break you down. Could like